So Rebecca was an incredible woman. She was beautiful. She was kind. In fact, it was her kindness that really attracted her husband Isaac to her in the first place. But as a mom, she was a control freak. So she and Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau, but Jacob was her favorite. See, back in those days, the oldest child, they got everything. They got the majority of the inheritance, they got the birthright, they got the blessing. I mean, they got it all. And knowing that, Jacob, her little baby, was her favorite, she wanted more for him. And so she started plotting. Instead of his brother, he got the blessing. And it seemed like everything was going great. Rebecca controlled the situation. She put her plan into place. Everything went just according to plan, but it didn't turn out so great for the family. Stealing, this deception, caused a conflict between the two brothers that became a rift between them that lasted for decades. It ripped their family apart. All because Rebecca was not willing to trust God with her son Jacob and with his future. So Hannah struggled for many, many years with infertility, and she desperately wanted a child so much. And so one day, she found herself at the temple, at the church, just crying out to God, begging him, weeping for a child. And she was so emotional that the priest that was there actually thought she was drunk. Well, God answered her prayer, and she became pregnant, and she gave birth to this healthy, happy little boy named Samuel. And you would think that as hard as it was for her to come by this pregnancy, that when he was born, she would just want to hold on to him and never let him go, hold tightly to him. But she remembered her promise that she made to God. And so when he was just a couple years old, she brought him to the temple, and she gave him to the priest, and she allowed him to live there for the rest of his life. See, Hannah realized that if she wanted great things for her son, instead of controlling the situation, instead of controlling him, she needed to release him, to surrender him to God for his entire life.